What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be looking at the Open Ultra League, and the team that we're going to be taking a look at today is REGIDRAGO, Tentacruel, and Gastrodon. Now, this is a team that was submitted to the channel by a member of the community, Captain Broken, and he said, "I'm not a hardcore Ultra League player, that's why most of my mons are hundos, since it's cheaper to power them up. Also, I'm sure I've made a lot of mistakes. I'd love for you to point them out so that I can get better. Love your vids." So I think he has 5 battles submitted today, so we're actually going to do a deep dive and a breakdown of the plays that he's made and where he can improve, and then hopefully other ace trainers can take that and run with it. So before we hop into the battles, I want to say a special thank you, of course, to the expert trainer members on this channel, Benny Hemlock, Dr. Green Mustache, and Soham Patil, as well as the legend trainer members on this channel, Big Burden, Andrew Pitton, Moostachute, Noodleman, Speedster, Estros, and Liminal Lagamore. Without further ado, let's hop into some battles. I think realistically, he just wanted to show off that he's got 2 hundos. But into the first match, we've got REGIDRAGO into Golisopod. Now, this is a pretty good matchup because the opponent is forced to go for X-Scissor here, and while X-Scissor is neutral, it doesn't hit as hard as Aqua Jet, and it looks like you can survive too. Very nice charge move timing, throwing the Dragon Energy right before they get to their first, and they let it go. What are you going to do here? You're going to play zeros, or you're going to shield and farm down? You're going to play the zeros, hoping that you can get the Dragon Breath farm down before they get the Shadow Claw farm down, and the answer is yes. What are they going to come in with here? They're going to come with the Florigist, so just letting yourself go down so that you can align the Tentacruel, that's fine. Unfortunately, you did get 1 turn lagged, so not much you can do there about losing that turn, other than maybe you can apply the Elam trick where you slightly tab out in between, but that's not really an actual skill issue, that's the game issue. That said, the opponent is going to throw back-to-back Trailblaze. Now you're going to overfarm. Ooh, going for the Scald here, I probably would have full sent the Sludge Wave. The opponent's already in a bad matchup. Yeah, they are going to let that go, and now they're going to be able to connect with a Trailblaze, and while you did lower their attack, they've boosted it twice, so this Trailblaze still picks up the knockout. In comes the Gastrodon, praying that in the 2 shield scenario, Gastrodon would have play. Unfortunately for you, it's not something like a Galarian Moltres. Instead, it is a Bellibolt, and Bellibolt is completely walled with their charge moves here. You can probably go straight Body Slam in this matchup. I don't mind going for the Earth Power here, but straight Body Slam because they're going to shield everything unless they're just going to let it go because they know they've already lost the game. But this opponent is playing it out to the bitter end, going for the Parabolic Charge after Parabolic Charge, boosting their defense. But now here you are just spamming out the Body Slams, and Body Slam from this range, we'll put it in Mud Slap farm down range. They're just going to go for Body Slam right away once you get there. And Body Slam from this range, is it going to be enough to pick up the knockout? It looks like it is. And 1 Mud Slap to farm down the Florigist, and you are able to take a game 1 win. I don't see any issues with that battle, really. Into the next match, we've got pretty much mirror leads. We've got 2 Dragon Breath users that get to the charge move at the exact same time. Really, REGIDRAGO wins CMP over Dragonite. This is new to me. No, the opponent just did not throw. They should have thrown as soon as they got there, because they would have won CMP and put you in a pretty difficult situation. However, I think you can get the full farm down because REGIDRAGO does have better bulk than the Dragonite. In comes a Cobalion here. You're going to stay in, chip with a Breaking Swipe, fishing for the debuff, just going to let yourself get farmed down, and now in comes Gastrodon. You do like this to make this play of just kind of letting your opponent go farm you down and just aligning, which is fine. Like, especially in the 2 situations that we've seen here, it's definitely the way to go. They can connect with as many Sacred Swords as they want here. It's not going to matter. Gastrodon just with these Mud Slaps really adding up. I would throw right here, and you are actually just a little bit of lag, it looks like. But Earth Power from this range will pick up the knockout. What's in the back? It's a Typhlosion, and going for 3 Mud Slaps and the Body Slam, perfect fast move timing. Body Slam does grab a shield, and now in comes the Tentacruel. You can take a Thunder Punch and shield 1 and get the Scald off, and you would have been able to take that game, so the opponent resigns the match. Into the next match, we've got REGIDRAGO into Cordillea. I'm interested to see how this plays out. Oh, they're on Bullet Seed. Never mind. This is... okay, a very dominant matchup. Somehow they outpace you to the move. You should be getting to the charge move at the exact same time. So maybe just a little bit of lag on your end, which is pretty unfortunate. Gonna go for the Dragon Energy full, sending it here. Not expecting the opponent to shield after committing, or after Rock Tombing once, but unfortunately they do shield. They connect with a second Rock Tomb, and then they pivot. So what I would have done is actually pivoted before they did, because instantly reset that debuff, but you're fortunate for you, they do pivot into a Tentacruel, and you have a very dominant matchup here. You're going to go for the Earth Power, what looks to be on the CMP tie, and Earth Power from this range will be enough to pick up the knockout on the Tentacruel. Back in comes the Credilli. It looks like you are going to get to the charge move at the exact same time, or maybe not, maybe outpaced just barely. Maybe seeing that this was a bait out, so going to commit the shield, you can get an Earth Power off here and grab potentially a shield back from the opponent. No, they're going to let that go. In comes a Golisopod, and this game is over because Tentacruel is a complete wall to Golisopod. So once you connect with this Body Slam, in comes the... Okay, and you're going to come in with the REGIDRAGO. This is kind of unnecessary. I would have saved this Breaking Swipe for the Credilli, but the Credilli is at 1 HP anyways, but you did get the attack drop. I don't know why you're coming in with Gastrodon here. Tentacruel has a fantastic matchup. Yeah, just a lot of unnecessary plays. When you have the win condition there, just come in with your Tentacruel and save your Gastrodon and REGIDRAGO for a potential catch if they come in with a Credilli and somehow make it to a charge move. But yeah, they're completely walled here. No need to do all that, but you are able to take that win. Into next match, good lead. We've got a Dragon into an Electric, so they are completely walled. Of course, they would have access to Brutal Swing or Focus Blast or Power Gem to hit you for neutral damage. Let's see what they have. They're going to go for a Resisted Thunder Punch, so that makes absolutely no sense unless they're on Thunder Punch Trailblaze, in which case they should be getting out of this matchup. You're going to full send the Dragon Energy, not anticipating this opponent to shield. Once again, we've seen the Thunder Punch, so just going to let this go. Another Resisted Thunder Punch does actually get you into the yellow health range, but this is a very safe win. In comes a Poliwrath on the back, and a full send the Dragon Energy once again, and I like this play because then you can just get to a Breaking Swipe potentially. Can you get there? It's going to be close. No, they're going to get the full farm down, but in comes the Tentacruel. Tentacruel, complete wall to Poliwrath, so I'm surprised they're even throwing energy instead of banking this for later. The opponent does connect with an Icy Wind, and they're actually staying in this matchup. This is a matchup where it's really handy to have that Sludge Wave coverage because it hits neutral against opposing water types. In comes a Trevenant, and you switch, I switch into a Gastrodon, which is completely walled in this matchup. Just going to sacrifice it here, maybe just getting that reset. I would just at least chip it with a double resisted Body Slam because yeah, now this matchup has suddenly got a lot trickier. If they shield this up, they could make this matchup incredibly difficult for you, and they do. So now you're going to have to commit 2 shields in this matchup. You're basically going to have to overfarm as much as you can. They are, of course, going to go for back-to-back Shadow Balls, and they will be able to outpace you here. They end up going for a catch. Make sure you overfarm a lot here, going for a Scald instead. This won't be enough to pick up the knockout, but it might put them in acid farm down range. You get the attack drop. You have to hope they don't get to a charge move, and they don't. Absolutely massive. You end up overfarming for no reason, but yeah, just throw the Sludge Wave when you got it. Sludge Wave from this range probably does pick up the knockout on the Trevenant. It is neutral here, super effective on grass, resisted on ghost, but it still picks up the knockout. Trevenant is very glassy, and you are able to take that win. Into the next match, we've got REGIDRAGO into REGIDRAGO. We've got mirror lead, so very cool. Fortunately, a little bit of lag on our end. Let's hope that doesn't cost us this game, but instantly going to go for that Breaking Swipe, hoping to lower the opponent's attack, knowing we have that 12 attack REGIDRAGO. The opponent is going to no shield and then now connect with a Dragon Energy, grabbing that shield but losing switch. And now that you have switch advantage, in comes a Como-O. Is the opponent triple Dragon? You're only going to get to 1 charge move here, so I'd probably full send the Dragon Energy. You can expect the opponent to shield. I guess if they're going to shield anyways, going for that, fishing for that debuff. But in comes the Tentacruel, knowing that they can't close combat you here, but they can do the Clanging Scales move, which hits like a truck. And in the back, it's a Belly Bolt, so we have the alignment that we need, which is absolutely massive. I probably would have overfarmed a little bit and then come in with my Gastrodon because Sucker Punches are neutral, whereas their charge moves are resisted. It looks like you did go for good timing on that charge move, but the game forced an overtap due to lag, which is pretty unfortunate. Full sending the Earth Power, that picks up the knockout. And yeah, this game is over. I would just go for straight Body Slam here. Or yeah, force them to throw their energy because Clanging Scales lowers their defense. You're now going to full send the Earth Power. Earth Power from this range would be enough to pick up the knockout, and then you have the Sludge Wave ready to go pretty much, or just going to go over the Scald. They are in Scald range even though it is resisted, and Scald from this range picks up the knockout on the Como, and you are able to take that win. So yeah, I believe, was that all of them? Yeah, I think that was all of the battles that we sent in here. So kind of a short video here today. I would have gone more in depth had I seen more mistakes, and to be honest, you made a lot of really good plays for an ace player. I thought your over farming was good. Your understanding of typings and matchups was pretty solid. When to throw the harder hitting move and understanding your win conditions, all of those things were really, really solid. Of course, you had a couple mistakes there just with when you had that matchup one with Galaisapod with Tentacruel. No need to come in with your REGIDRAGO or your Gastrodon, just come in with a Tentacruel, win the game. The Credilli was at 1 HP, and I don't think they had a charge move, so no point in doing all that and sacrificing all your Pokemon. But if you're really worried about it, coming in and getting the Breaking Swipe off to lower their attack is okay, but that's something they can reset with the Credilli, so that's something I would bank for later in case they do switch into their Credilli for a catch. So, but yeah, other than that, I think you played really, really well. I don't see a whole lot to improve. The team comp is fine. Like, I don't see any issues with the team. You might have some issues into something like a Whimsicott lead, which is something I've only really seen myself run in the Open Ultra League. So team building wise, I think it's totally fine. But yeah, like a Ferrothorn would obviously give you a lot of issues. You're not going to see a lot of Ferrothorns in lower ace range, but that might cause you some issues later on. But yeah, overall, very solid team and very solid gameplay. So yeah, that's going to be it for me for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, peace.